Good morning, cultists. Welcome back to another Unbalanced Breakfast with Cthulhu's. Let's continue with Tyranny. Let's talk to this guy, Snigler Dagos. And apparently, let's steal shit.
Don't mind me carrying the weight of the fucking world.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Lady, language, please? Seriously? Come on. I get it. Maybe you're carrying a little more than you should. But calm down, miss, please. Let's take it easy. No, let's give it to him. I feel like maybe he could do some frenzied raging. Minor stompers? Heavy armor. Oh, it's mirrored stompers, not minor stompers. What the hell? Deflection, disengagement, defense. I have spell reflection though, which is cool, because then I'll deflect spells, right? Grain. I'm just carrying like a sack of grain. Okay. Does he have healing? He does. I think he could probably do it more. Whatever that is, I don't care. Here. Carry around your rot spear or something. Don't need that. Don't need that either. And you should be carrying this. There you go. Happy? Hope you're happy. You better be happy. Just did all that crap for you. Alright, let's put all that shit away. Fantastic. What does this do? Sanguine Scroll. Okay. Does a whole bunch of crow damage, I guess? Let's talk to you, Snigler. Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens his posture and smiles. What an honor. The name Snigler Dagos. Originally from the relative tranquility of the Northern Empire, I've since accepted a nomadic life for the sake of keeping Kyros' forces supplied with only the finest goods, local and imported. Let's see your wares. He winces a little. It's not much, but let me know if you see anything that piques your interest. You're right that it's not much. Can I actually sell you some of my shit? Oh, bronze hammer, eh? Interesting. I didn't know I had that. Can we sell you this other? Yeah, let's sell all that crap. Or will I get a better deal from someone else, I wonder? Maybe? It's fine. For now, I'll just trade all the shit. Thank you for your money. Camping supplies? I don't know. I'm thinking I'll probably get one later. Do you need any of this, maybe, Missy? Maybe. Yeah, I think you might actually get more out of this. Oh, it's just because the quality's a little different. That's cool. I guess, maybe. Other armor. She gets more armor. More defense, more deflection. Seems like an all-around good deal. But we don't have that much money, do we? No, we don't. There's iron rings, bronze rings. Okay, I see. I see how it is. Fused. Shit. Oh my god. That's funny. Alright, so he's basically the robot of the group. You know what? Let's just talk to Death Knell. He said something about the horde thinning. Swelling until it's thundering, then crashing and receding. It's been the way of the chorus for as long as I've been in it. She offers a one-shouldered shrug, ambivalent if anything, but more likely just uncaring. We take our prisoners alive, give them a chance yet to live, to be reborn into something better. Putting any and every able body to the sword like the disfavored do is nothing but a waste. A conquered enemy is but a new ally. It merely requires the proper coercion. Of course, we do sometimes have the problem of lingering loyalties. Deserters are rarely successful in their escape, but they do try. The Vendrian guards, strengthened by their numerous blood ties, have been particularly stubborn. So I've a better plan hatched. Brutal, efficient. I like it. She tips her head to you, a smile playing at her lips. Had a feeling you'd see it my way. I'm thinking we'd redouble our efforts to recruit settlers, then focusing on the unaligned and unsuspecting, instead of flushing outside ourselves to the gills with oathbreakers claimed from the battlefield. How exactly do you plan to convince them? A knife point has sufficed well enough in the past, but you've inspired me to try a more diplomatic approach this day. What do you say, Fatebinder? You might be able to ease them into the idea and save the lives of their friends and neighbors in the process. Sure, why not? It sounds like a bit of fun. The Fury howls a satisfied laugh and smacks you dead on the back. My methods are surefire, you'll see. I'll mark the settlement on your map. She grins, biting her bottom lip, bloodied. Good God, I can't wait to see the outcome of your efforts. What can you tell me of the Scarlet Chorus? We are the voices of Nerat's glory made manifest. In the chorus, strength rises and the weak feed the soil. Death Knell smiles, standing tall as she extols the army. Our ways terrify the cowardly and shock the naive, but our traditions exist to offer promise and prestige to those who fit to claim it. We abandon all petty rules for one simple law: the strongest must lead. What's your role in the Scarlet Chorus? Death Knell frowns, her eyes narrowing. How can you see her eyes through that helmet? Do you not recognize a Scarlet Fury when you see one? We are the warrior spirit of Chorus, scholars of sword and shiv. She folds her arms, puffing out her chest. In peace, we train those tough enough to endure our lessons, but wise enough to learn from the best. In battle, it is our duty to slay our foes and inspire the horde with our skill and bravery. Death Knell clicks her tongue, looking aside to the others in the camp with an eye roll. We are fearless vanguard of this confused but glorious rabble. And how has military life treated you so far? Oh, it's a wonder of wonders. I eat what I want, I shit where I want, and I kill who I want. Sometimes I even combine pleasures. She winks at you. Well, hello, nurse. My enthusiasm for the work brought me here. A decorated Scarlet Fury veteran, eh? But I'm looking for advancement. If it means killing one of the gang bosses, I'm not above taking a swing at someone bigger than me. The bigger they can't be bigger than you. Just make sure they don't hit harder than you. Wise words, sister. Farewell. Well, that wasn't so bad. We have to... I guess we can talk to Salveros. Hail, Fatebinder of Tunon. The disfavored officer pounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest in a stiff but warm greeting. Were I a betting or superstitious man, I'd say fortune must favor me today. I am not. But I'm pleased to meet you all the same. Now, what brings you to my little slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as... He spreads his thickly gloved hand wide. This here mud and shit stinking chorus camp. Have you anything you'd like to report, soldier? Maybe you've noticed something unusual during your time here? He cants his head to one side, taken aback. What about the chorus isn't unusual? The army itself is a strange, malnourished beast. But no, the screamers seem mostly in order, sir, and haven't been spying, if that's what you're implying, sir. Still as a post, he studies you sharply, scarcely appearing to breathe. Of course, even if I was, it'd be damn near impossible to learn anything from this shit sty. Fifth Eye and those damn Furies don't even loop me in enough for me to do my detail. It's not for lack of trying on my part. What do you mean? I'm not just here to keep an eye on the Oathbreakers, who they give far too much freedom after conscripting. I'm here to be a resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insight regarding proper stratagem and request a stock of troops from Iron Marshal Erenios for reinforcements if needed. But they won't listen to me, nor confide in me, nor fight beside the brethren I could request. So why are you stationed with a chorus? From the way most of my days go, you'd think I was here to row with the Blood Chanters and Scarlet Furies. But my post is to represent the disfavored interest before Fifth Eye, and the Scarlet Courses before Iron Marshal Erenios. Not that I've gotten to do either in so much as the last span. What do you think of the Scarlet Chorus? They're rabid dogs, the lot of them. Ever seen a screamer racing headlong into battle like a hound chasing a winter hare? I have. I can tell you more often than not, it's a screamer who ends up skinned and gutted. Leave the campaign to the chaos that's the chorus, and we're doomed. You act like it's punishment to be assigned to this detail, isn't it? I know I fucked up to get here. Got 3 days in the hole and a nice little promotion to go with my new post. Well, I won't be making the same mistake twice when it comes to the Iron Marshal. He adjusts his chin toward the distant valley. I should be out there, fighting for Ash's glory. Not standing here ready to run back to report something should something ever finally fucking happen. What exactly did you do to end up here? Made the grave mistake of suggesting the Iron Marshal wasn't fully utilizing the Scarlet Chorus. Well, here I am, a liaison's officer to a camp of liars and cheats who'd sooner gut me than ask me for my aid. Guess she showed me. Our lives are at risk, and even then you can't get along with this course? Begging pardon, sir, but I've never fought a battle where my life wasn't on the line. He shrugs. Kind of the nature of war, isn't it? Very well. Okay, cool. So, Fifth Eye, buddy, bark, if I could not have you there. The Fifth Eye, commander of the local Scarlet Corps, surveys his camp. Okay. Didn't I already talk to you about all this stuff? Maybe not. What is your role in the chorus? While the whole of the chorus remains loyal to the voices of Nerat, I am truly the most loyal. His voice becomes wistful. Oh, so loyal of his numerous warriors. He's a Crimson Spear, part of the Archon's inner circle. Dozens of the strongest gang bosses answer to him, and from there the order trickles down to the rest of the army. I am the Archon's martial retainer and humble servant. I am his eyes and his ears, but also his mouth, for I speak with his authority when he is absent. He twirls his flanged spear in his hand, and I am his killing end when the rabble is moved to war. Did you ask for this honor? I did not have to. The voices of Nerat saw the need inside of me through his arcane ministrations, burnt away the clinging, clawing parts of me that foolishly resisted his enlightenment. Disgusting as I may find this creature, the Fifth Eye is not only the one who has suffered changes, is not the only one who has suffered changes since the service of this war. No, indeed, you ironclad behemoth. He looks Barak up and down with interest. Have you ever considered jumping ship and enlisting with a chorus? With strength like yours, we could have a bleeding and decorated gang in your first week. Have you leading? Yeah. If I ever jump ship, it would only be to sink to the bottom of the waves, beyond the reach of you and your parasite of the Narcon. Oh, good thing you mentioned loyalty twice. Now I'm really convinced. The Fifth Eye stares at you, arms folded. He says nothing. Are all of the Crimson Spears as odd as you? I would not ask you to speak of the other Fatebinders. I will not ask you to speak of the other Fatebinders. I will not speak of the other Crimson Spears. He's odd as fuck because he's an eye, not because he's a Crimson Spear. The Spears are called the determined bunch. Eyes are a breed apart, owning a fraction of the Archon of Secrets madness. When did you take the vows of the chorus? Oh, oops, my bad. Not that. When did you take the vows of the chorus? Unlike most of the conscripts here, I did not need a cudgel against the head to see the wisdom of the Archon of Secrets. I proudly joined the chorus in its nascent days. Left my home in Bastard City to join with the incoming chorus, and the rest is glory and history. These days you follow the chorus or die. We who chose the path and killed to defend our place are the old guard. Even if it's been 2 or 3 years, the chorus has a short memory. She nods to the fifth eye with a grudging respect. What can you tell me about the Ascension Hall? At the center of Vendrian's Well, at the base of the mountain spire. Wait, I already talked to you about this. What do you know of the disfavored commander? Iron Marshal Irenios is a doting warrior, just like the Archon of War. She's one of a few select disfavored cautious and cowardly enough to be trusted with the Archon's iron toddlers. No doubt her primary qualifications include being related to Ash. The Legion's a little big into its pedigree, if you catch my drift. Keep insulting my commander and I'll slap that mask off your face. Not that I'm eager to see what's inside. Fifth Eye, are we here to cooperate or to snipe each other at every turn? I suppose that depends on where you're standing, illustrious Fatebinder. The Fifth Eye bows. Not all of us enjoy the privilege of lawful objectivity. Some of us have had to endure these cretins and their pitiful excuse of a war. He nods to Barrick. Enough. The Fatebinder is here because these debates have stayed our hands for too long. Say what you would of the Iron Marshal, if only so we can part ways and be done with the siege. Though I am loath to speak highly of her, I cannot deny she's a brilliant swordsman, and the other disfavored seem to take her seriously despite the serious lack of stick that propped up her backside. Who's the strongest in your camp? I am, naturally. Well, the Archon is, without question, the mightiest in the camp. Death Knell is a master trainer here, and she's almost tough enough to take me. She's a biter. Don't tell her I told you that. But she can be trusted to fight and lead. While her humility is lacking, Verse is correct. She's been running with the Furies even longer than Death Knell. Too bad that skill and puissance did nothing to save her sisters. Oof. Sounds like you're insulting my friend here. Did I detect a hint of fighting words in your voice? Then I must have spoken in error. I meant no offense. I wished only to convey that Verse is a true survivor, an embodiment of the kind of grit the chorus reveres. So kind of you to step in to protect my honor that way, because I'm clearly incapable of speaking for myself. Is there a reliable quartermaster or peddler in camp? Talk to Snigler Dagos. He's wise enough not to steal from you, and he'll only cheat you a little bit. He's right over there. He points nearby to the east. But he has the important honor of trying to arm, all my merry little conscripts, so don't expect Kyros' army or anything. Very well. Alright, I guess we'll talk to... not Lantry. Is this another... This looks like it's another, companion. Look, he's got a thingy, like a portrait, right? So, right, Varia Kel. Please, someone. I wish to bow before the voices of Nerat. I thought all could find redemption in the chorus. Our woman in the makeshift armor of the Vendrian garb lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest that she's been forced to stand for days. Oof. She shit herself. This one. He flippantly waves at the prisoner. Was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the Vendrian guard encampment. But she isn't being entirely honest. I told this thing, the prisoner turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face, that I wanted to guarantee I'd live and be welcomed into the chorus as a captain. Then I'll talk. Otherwise they'll kill me just once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join with the Vendrian guard. I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargaining bronze. You claim you would disavow your people for the Scarlet Chorus. Why the change of heart? Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of Premonitions to know that the younger realms are gone for good. She blinked several times, catching her breath. Kyros is the new strength of its tears, and I would rather stand with his Archons than be crushed by them. Why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker? I suppose I have no answer for that. Varia's eyes fall to the ground and she swallows nervously. When I joined with the Vendrian Guard, I accepted their broken vow unto myself. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause? One you later came to regret? Well, my surrender is sincere, and I'm willing to bow before the voices of Nerat to prove it. Tell me what you know and I can see to your release. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pellock's Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them, but only if you release me. She turns her head, taking a long look at skewered and smoldering corpses around her. She tugs at her restraints, but to no avail. You're lying. Why don't you tell me what you actually know and I'll see about saving you? Well, you see... Shaken by her demand, her lips moved wordlessly for several seconds. So I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I can tell you... She shakes her head, catching her breath. Search that one. She reaches up her right leg and points with her foot, calling attention to a nearby pile of corpses. The tall, dark one missing most of his face. Check his left boot. He was the literate one in our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of his fingers, a pair of choirmen yank the boot off the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out of the boot and is thrust into the fifth eye's hands. He unfurls the scroll to give it a read. It's nonsense, just a mash of words. Laughter erupts from under the mask. She said she had information. She gives us garbage. Slay this wretch for wasting her time. He snaps his finger at a nearby Scarlet Fury, who promptly snatches a long knife from her blade. Should we let her die or get her sworn in? I can gain some very minor wrath. Let's gain some minor wrath. I heard her say she'd swear fealty to the voices of Nerat. An initiation rite would be in order. Seeing as you are an expert on the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What then would you propose we do with her? Do we? What should we do? I think... Let's get her to kill her comrades. Let's test her loyalty. Varia, kill these guardsmen with something blunt. Varia looks at the prisoners, once her allies, and closes her eyes as her bonds are untied. The onlookers snicker and cheer when a heavy rock is placed in her hand. Mouthing something inaudible, she lifts a rock high above her head and smashes it down on the prisoner's skull, wincing back a scream as she hoists the stone over her head a second time to finish the job on the other prisoner. The bloody rock hits the ground and Varia slumps to her knees in defeat a moment later. Good, good. The fifth eye places his bloodied hand on the trembling woman's shoulder and nods to her. Welcome to the Scarlet Chorus. Do not fail us. As a pair of soldiers come to lift Varia, the fifth eye turns to you, his voice filled with glee. Where's a slave to clean up the offal when you need it? Cool. We're no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers and all she gave us was gibberish.
Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely, it's one of the local scripts.
So he is a companion, okay. The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Varia, an older gentleman, with the quills, ink vials, and parchment scrolls one finds on the sages of the school of ink and quill. Ink smudges cover his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred, and between the rips of fabric you spot burned scars along his arms. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a beaming smile. Who are you?
I'm Sage Lantry, one of the hired quills that was coordinating missives between the Vendrian guard captains. They aren't paying me anymore and aren't coming to my rescue. So I'll decipher that parchment for you. That's what smart prisoners do, right? Make themselves useful?
I'll just read the parchment for myself. You unroll the parchment and see a message of modest length written in professional, albeit hasty penmanship. The Tearsmen speak the Canto just like the Northerners, but they have half a dozen different ways of writing it. This particular script is unknown to you. Can you read this?
Well, let me see. I can't.
Sound like you're lying. You hold the parchment in front of a bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of the missive. He reads the words a second time, nodding in silence.
So, I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
A few hours? Either you can read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one. Your life depends on you translating this scroll now.
I would love to help. I just need some time. That's written in another sage's shorthand. I'd have to sit down with it, or better yet, compare it to a piece of his writing I have stashed on me somewhere. If I sat down with it while sufficiently sober, it's highly probable I'd figure it out.
Are you drunk?
Sober? Since when do we share the good stuff with the prisoners?
You read my mind verse. It's like we're meant for each other.
Oh, nobody shared. Right before I was taken prisoner, I imbibed several vials of reagents. I wanted to be numb and disconnected when my captors used me for carnal catharsis. It's made these last few days tied to a post almost enjoyable.
No, it can't hurt to give him a few hours. You read the edict. Wait. Yeah, you read the edict. I don't need to tell you that the sundial is working against us. This addled old bag is just trying to stall us. The voices of Nerat will be upset to know you squandered a source of enemy intelligence. How true. Then we shan't put him to waste. He will serve as the most riveting source of amusement as we put him on trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
He obviously has useful information, yet you're willing to let him die for sport?
Clearly you need an education in Scarlet Chorus justice. Anything that satisfies their sick amusement is fair play. If the conquest is any judge, there are no limits to their depravity.
Did Graven Ash castrate you during recruitment, or do you just not know the meaning of the word fun? I'm actually curious.
With a shake of his head, the fifth eye gives you a shrug. Is it not obvious? If he is a true enemy of the Overlord, he will perish by our blades. If he can survive, then he is strong, and the strong lead. Thus his crimes will not be crimes, but simply the actions of the mighty. What's not to understand? This isn't alchemy. Alright, well then, fine, but I'll be his champion. This one needs to live.
Good. I like it when Tunon's puppies get their paws dirty.
I don't mean to be nice, just trying to, maximize efficiency and all that stuff,
I wouldn't mind taking a swing at some loudmouth chorus braggarts myself.
Did you hear that, brothers and sisters? Raising his arms to the sky, the fifth eye roars for all nearby to hear. Trial by combat is upon us. And we actually gained favor with them. Cool. The sage is unbound from the post. Stiff legs nearly buckle as he attempts to walk, and his arms flex and flail in their new freedom. Wiping sweat and grime from his brow, the sage steps close to you with a nervous smile. Rhythmic roaring and the stomping of hundreds of feet in unison flood the camp. Hordsmen begin to circle and swirl about, brandishing their weapons and cheering. If they got this worked up to fight the enemy, I venture the war would be over by now. Begin the chant of gathering. Let the warriors know that tonight's entertainment will soon commence. Oh, there's suddenly more people here. Brothers and sisters, who amongst you sets the standards for strength? Who amongst you will help winnow the weak from the strong? The fifth eye waves his hands in the air, drawing a gathering of chorus soldiers. I need a mage in my team, that's why I want to save him. Our claimants have been assembled. Now let the ritual of oath. Now let the trial of the Oathbreaker begin, and proper reading commence. Alright, cool, finally some battle, holy crap. Let's start by leveling you up. I believe, yeah, you'll need some wits about you, I think. Yeah, give you more wits, I guess? Cool. Maybe you've got some of this? Oh, preservation. Is this... Ah, you can heal us. What? Thrown weapons? I don't want to give him throwing weapons, that sounds stupid. Okay, so I guess he's good at throwing weapons, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, let's go with healing. I wonder if I can actually re-roll my characters. Like maybe respec them? I don't know. Okay, so no, maybe he's not a healer. It's fine, I guess. Whatever. We do need someone to kind of like do that stuff for us. Maybe you can actually use something that might be useful. Maybe quill. Oh, so it's just, is it a dagger? It's a thrown, oh, it's a throwing weapon too. Interesting. Okay, any weapons you can, or armor you can use? Maybe a cloth hat? Let's hide your helmet. Okay, I think that's decent. And I want to do this fight before we end the episode, simply because I have had a few episodes now without any fighting whatsoever, and it's been... yeah. It's been interesting. So I can do death from above. So verse you and I, let's do death from above. You, I want you to be the warrior. So he'll focus on dealing damage, fantastic. Actually, can you use maybe a two-handed weapon? So this is a bronze one-handed weapon. Can you use a two-handed weapon, please? Maybe not. Wait, what? It's one-handed though, right? Oh. Okay. I guess, I don't know, I mean... my character's got his, exploding sword and shit, so... well, thankfully I don't need to worry about armor for him. So that's cool. Right, you are still doing your... no, you're gonna be a blade dancer. You, my friend, are going to be a party support. And yeah, let's do this.
Look at that! I see as the crow flies.
Okay, I thought we were doing death from above, weren't we? Alright.
Let's do this, you and me!
Blood-soaked stone. Nope, they're dead. So that didn't work.
You should try that
Shield
again.
bash, fantastic.
On it.
Kill him. Someone, can someone draw this guy away? What did I just do? Iron tolling? Iron storm, okay. Let's try that then. Can you protect our mage, please? Thank you. Very much. Thrust. Thrust. wounded. When a party member takes damage, they start to lose health. The health bar next to the portrait will start to decrease. When a party member's health drops low enough, they will gain a wound, and the health bar will turn red. Wounded characters have their maximum health reduced and receive a penalty to all skills. Wounds are removed when the party rests or when a character levels up.
No, wait, it's blood.
You let our damn mage get wounded, guys. Not cool, guys. Guys, what the hell, guys? That was it? What was that? That seemed... Oh my god. Got knocked unconscious. Ah, jeez. By the righteous shedding of blood, we have found ourselves our answer. Regrettably, it appears the sage is worthy of leaving our camp alive. The fifth eye offers a short, mocking bow to Lantry, who is currently writhing on the floor in pain. Actually, he appears to be dead, but that's fine. By the customs set forth by the voices of Narat, you are free to go, old man. Brag to your grandkids that you fell afoul of the chorus, yet live to tell the story. Let's gain average, wait, wrath? No, I want favor. That was fun. Your warriors almost put up a good fight. It really is bloodletting weather, is it not? My conscripts need to see more warriors of your skill in action. Thank you for the lesson you have given the camp. Thought I'd die tied to that post. No, you're gonna die on the ground. The sage looks down at his rope-worn wrists in disbelief. Now hand me that parchment. I'm certain I can decipher it. Is time gonna pass? Better not. Well, much of that parchment was weathered, but I could make out a few of the important parts of the text. The note makes mention of a meeting spot west of Tripnettle. So the sage knows his words after all. I'd ask that you travel ahead and see if you can't get this Captain Florian to yield to the chorus. They will strike at first sight of a chorus gang, but perhaps they will parley if yours is the face they see. I know the area, and I suggest we go at once. I'll show you the way. I'm eager to be far from the stench of this camp. You're offering to come with me. Why? Because the alternative is... what? Living here with these illiterate brutes? My old study is under a river of fire and there's no family missing me. Besides, I'd much rather chronicle the binder that twice proclaimed an edict of Kyros. I'd be a fool to let someone else write your story. Something's amiss. There's a lot of fight in you for an old scholar. Now you're offering to join this expedition. I've met sages every bit as cutthroat as hardened as ganged bosses. They act the part of doddering scribes, but don't let that fool you. Smart for someone your age to be so mistrusting, but I'm not with the Oathbreakers, if that's what you're fishing at. I work for them under duress, but I have no love for them. I'm not about to pledge to the chorus, and the disfavored wouldn't have me. Still, I consider myself a Kyros-fearing vassal of the Overlord's empire all the same. For as long as I've been a sage, I've been trained to defend myself. We don't spend all our time binding books and sketching wildlife, just most of it. For centuries, we've been at a quiet war with the School of Tides and the School of Wild Wrath. You can't travel alone as much as I do and not know of the Bronze Dance. Okay, well, let's get some, yeah, quality. So it won't be a parchment weight during a fight. Good to know. Oh no, I'd like to think I'm worth at least 3 or 4 angry peasants in a fight. You're funny. Alright. Fine. Well, if you're so eager. Oh wait, you want to chronicle me? Well, of course. Even the burning library is never rebuilt. Even if the burning library is never rebuilt, our work to chronicle the days and events needn't cease. And if you're a noteworthy player in this whole war, I can't think of another living Fatebinder that has been twice granted the honor of proclamation. Fine, if you're so eager, come with me. Splendid, you won't be disappointed. I know I may seem old and frail, but I know how to step lightly and how to not get killed, which apparently you weren't able to fulfill in the last battle. Really, I won't slow you down. Lead the way and let me know if I can be of service. Are we done here? It's hightail to Tripnettle. If your new pet doesn't behave himself along the way, I'm not above clipping his ears. Okay, let's get a whole bunch of crap, I guess. Is there anyone else here that we can talk to? Maybe the pig? Alright, Reg and Baz, I guess? I don't know. Well, whatever. I mean, we're currently way over time, so we're just gonna have to leave it off here and come back again in the next episode. Hope you guys are still liking it. Again, there's a lot of reading, but, you know, that's kind of the charm of RPGs and whatnot, the lore and the story and whatnot. So, yeah, hope to see you again in the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching and have a good breakfast.